What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stallcup, and you're watching and or listening to the Free Play Podcast, a proud member of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. It's season 10.
Whoop, whoop, my word.
X gonna give it to you.
Wait,
don't
like
talk, Matt. He hasn't introduced us yet.
Oh, shoot.
That's Matt, and that judgmental voice is Kate.
Howdy do.
Hello.
She's busy.
We are we're the hosts for this here podcast, and we are also 3 of the 6 founders of Love Thy Nerd, which is an organization that exists to be the love of Jesus to nerds and nerd culture. And the way we do that through this here podcast is just by straight hanging out. That is, if you get anything out of this podcast, we apologize. That is not the intent. Don't tell anybody that this is a podcast to learn things on. This is strictly, we're here for the hangs.
Yeah, so I just posted, Matt sent me a photo of some hummus he purchased, and I just posted on all of the Free Play social media if you think it's a good deal. So if you guys could just head over there, leave a comment if you think it's a good deal or not.
Well, it's reduced, and so I don't know if that means the price or if they reduced the hummus.
The volume of it. It doesn't say.
No, the cost, for sure.
The cost.
Yeah, zoom in.
Okay, well,
I'd rather not.
Everybody needs to just know that part when you leave a comment on if it's a good deal.
Well, the volume's also reduced because I ate some.
Not in that picture, you didn't, I don't think.
What a double meaning. Hey, so I have a confession to make before we get into this actual podcast, which we've been doing for 40 some odd minutes already.
No audience.
You didn't hear all the unrecorded
decided to bring everybody else into the conversation. I've been using the phrase double entendre.
Yeah.
To talk about, Beasts of Balance, my favorite game of all time. Just love it. It's one of my milkshake games. That's what I've been told. Is to not use it. Kate, did you know that is not a good thing to say?
Oh, can we bleep that out here?
Which thing? Beasts of Balance or?
Don't say that either.
Real,
bad word.
I wouldn't go into a crowded room
or
and just shout Beasts of Balance.
Okay, beep.
It means double meaning. That's what I thought it meant. But the other meaning is saucy,
risque.
Oh, I didn't know
indecent.
that. I just thought, well, I think people have forced the word to mean that now.
Now imagine, if you will, being on several podcasts, not just our own, but others, publicly using that as if it were. Oh my gosh!
I don't know though.
Nothing.
Like, is it really?
I've had multiple people.
I feel like it's the Gen Z. We were just talking about gens. What's the
Zalpha.
lower one? The lower one that's like not as good as Matt and I's and ours.
X.
That they have made it into a bad thing as an attack against this generation, like you.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? I think it didn't mean that originally, but now it does, and now you've been made to look foolish because of him.
That's kind of my thing. You're saying it's the man trying to keep us down.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
We need to rage against the machine.
Yeah, so keep using it. Keep using that word.
All right. I'll pray about it. How about that?
Yeah, how about just pray about it and see what happens, but I'm pretty sure I'm in the right here.
When somebody told me that for the first time, I was like, no, man, like this is what I'm trying to get it to say.
It's French.
Like, no.
Double
it's
meaning.
French.
But if you say, but wait, I have a question. If you say double meaning instead, does it make it better?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, because that's what double meaning is supposed to mean. But I thought, like, here's the way that my brain works.
It's true. The dictionary says it.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I went to the Google and it told me all about it. I thought that's what it meant was double meaning, but they're like, no, that's what double meaning means. And I was like, but what's the word when you're trying to say double meaning? There's like, it's a phrase and it's double meaning. It's
so keep saying it.
Oh, so we don't. Okay, I understand now. I was not understanding before. Now I do. Okay, don't say that word anymore.
Well, so I think that maybe in like maybe another 10 years we can do with it what we did with nerd, which is just reclaim it and soften the meaning.
I don't really care about that one. They can have that one.
Nerd? No. It's part of our name.
The other one. Beep.
No, I think you're right, Bubba. Oh, look, there's others. Oh,
Yeah, don't go like too far because it's not one of my prouder moments.
Okay, don't say it for now.
I'm not going to say it. I said it several times in this podcast, but it was for educational purposes.
It was. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known what you were talking about. So
exactly.
Okay, so everyone don't say that anymore, I guess.
Yeah, that was really, I know at the beginning of this podcast, I said you're not going to learn anything. And if you did, I'm sorry, but I'm happy that you learned that.
I learned something.
You should have asked me.
Ask you what?
I knew that.
I've said it in front of you so many times.
You have
Are you just like turning and snickering? Is that like every time I say it?
I just thought maybe.
Or is that why you always like pull your collar and go,
I've known it. No one asked me. I just thought you like to be risque.
Well, you do know me.
There might be a problem.
What's the problem?
There have been these birds hanging around in the back that aren't normally hanging there. And recently Steven put hardware cloth over these gaps in the ceiling. And I think he locked their babies in there. And that's why they've been here and trying to get in.
Okay, well, open the door. Let them in.
It's probably bolted down. Or screwed
you know
down,
what
right?
it is? It's probably a what are those things that like lurk in the shadows of the forest?
Boogeyman.
No, it's these little birds. Oh my gosh! Do I ask Steven if he said?
I wanted to use the word. What's the word that I would use?
Nosferatu. Oh, double
entendre. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm texting Steven to ask if he purposely like covered baby birds.
Like a Wendigo? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a Wendigo.
Those are
they sound like a thing that you know that would like call out to you.
Yeah, New Jersey Devil.
They're not a very good hockey team.
When you covered the spaces by the roof, did you see any baby birds or eggs?
If this is your first time with us on the Free Play Podcast,
you've got some catching up to do.
Just welcome to the show here. We're basically the Seinfeld of podcasts.
We made it more seasons, though.
Yeah, we did. But speaking of that, this is the last season of the Free Play Podcast. It's not a joke. It's not a bit that we're doing here. This is it. This is the final season, and the reason for that is Kate.
It is me, but
Kate's moving to Mars.
I am, but I'm so sorry. I just have to interject this. Steven said he did not see any baby birds or eggs when he put up the hardware cloth.
Good.
So I don't know what the birds are doing. Anyways, I'm going to try to ignore them.
Thanks for putting a bow on that story, Kate.
I'm going to try to ignore them, even though I see them like flailing right outside the window. But yes,
maybe it's
the
like
reason
the Birds movie. Try and get you. Gonna get you.
The reason is me because I'm leaving. Because it is time. I feel like I've said this so many times to different people that now I'm like, I don't really.
What have I said to other people?
I don't really remember all that I've said, or maybe it's exactly the same as I've said, and then it sounds like a speech that I've prepared, which I don't have anything prepared clearly. Start from the beginning. I felt like probably by now about a year ago, careful contemplation of where do I fit in here? What does a timeline look for me of staying here? Should I stay here? I've switched jobs multiple times, and I felt like after a while that it was
do you hear the
time.
Birds too?
Well, now they're gone,
Maybe.
So I haven't seen them in these. Since I started talking, I don't see the birds anymore.
Oh, they're sick and tired of hearing the story too.
They're sick and tired of hearing the story. I don't know. Like I'm leaving. Okay, I'm leaving. Nobody did anything to me. I'm leaving. It's. This is so underwhelming. I hope if you're hearing this news, I hope you've heard it somewhere else prior to here.
Oh yeah, also same.
I'm doing a really bad job. I'm leaving.
This may be the first.
My last day is March 1st. But we're still gonna have
super confusing for everybody listening to this podcast.
But we're still gonna finish this season.
Yes.
And all three of us are going to be on it. Finishing
I have a statement prepared from Kate here.
Oh, what is it? Can you read it?
Dear friends, family, and fans.
Oh.
The time.
She would have said fans,
for me.
Fansly.
The time for me has come. It's not you. It's me.
Okay.
You the best. Love, Kate.
It's very good.
Yeah, Kate out.
Did Chat GPT write that?
No, that was from my own Chat GPT brain.
That's from Matt GPT.
Yeah.
Matt GPT. So yeah, I'm leaving. It's fine.
It's
we're still
not
friends.
fine. Listen, it's not fine. Don't say that. It's not fine. We're sad about it. We don't like it.
No, but I mean, it's fine as in it's not going to be a like, bad, like the word that you were using earlier. It's not like, oh, bad things going to happen. Like you're going to say that word on a public forum. It's and I will miss both of you. However, I'm not dead. And I still talk to both of you. It's not like some weird thing. Clearly, we're still doing this podcast and it's all just fine and normal. So Matt hasn't offended me in any way, if that's what you're wondering.
Let's not get ahead of the...
Yeah, it's still young.
So we, as Kate said, we are going to be finishing out this season. And the way that this season of Free Play is going to work is it's going to be every other week. You're going to get a podcast.
Yeah. Every other week.
Her last day is, essentially it's February the 29th. Thank you, leap year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got one more day.
Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose so that I would get one less day either. That's just how it worked out.
We're going to clean out her locker before March 1st.
Where's the locker?
And, if I told you that, then where's the fun? Okay, Kate. It's part of the scavenger hunt. But we're going to record all of the episodes for the season before that day. And so you're going to hear her.
Allegedly.
No.
I don't think we're going to be able to do it because it took ages just to book this one.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You said it's not fine.
And so it might be fine. It's medium fine.
It's going to be okay.
So we're still going to give you the Free Play podcast. But like I said, this is it. And this has to be it. This has to be the end of Free Play because it's just not going to be the same without Kate. Mm-hmm. Like it won't work the same without Kate
it would be very
she's
boring.
90% of the unhinged content that we have.
Boring.
And so, I don't want to listen to it. I've gone back and listened to the episodes from Kate's on, and I understand.
Oh, we did just fine.
We have a whole other thing that we do and can do.
Yeah, you guys never
Kate.
Talk about birds on when you guys do it. You never talk about birds or what they're doing or anything like that.
Mainly if they're real or not, which I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, but we have talked previously about when is the end of Free Play. Like, when was that? Like a year and a half ago, we were thinking.
At least.
What does that look like? When is the end? We were kind of like, well, we don't really know 100% when it will end. We'll know when we know we're going to keep doing it until we feel like it's not. What's the word?
With AI, we could keep doing it and not even be here.
You could. There's loads of clips of my voice that you could use from the KSM
that
days.
That might be a fun episode. Just let AI.
It would be like,
episode.
I have AccuView contacts, and they are the best brand of contacts I have ever used. Which is true. I only use AccuView.
I actually really want this to happen.
It can. It can. The technology. We have the technology.
Would we have it do our voices, or would you
have it do a script? Have it do a script, and we'll each read the script.
Did you guys see that George Carlin? God rest his soul. George Carlin came out with a full 1 hour comedy special.
Oh, did he recently?
Recently.
Wow.
Okay, well, after this, I'll see what she
Better Off Dead or Glad I'm Dead or something like that. And the whole thing was done with AI. The whole thing. And it is George Carlin. It's crazy. I'm gonna send it to you, Matt. Or
there's
you
I'm in.
much of our stuff for it to pull from. If it does that, if it processes audio in that way, which I'm sure it does.
I've got a quick sample one here. How much time we have? 0 time?
It's 0 time, but go ahead.
Just welcome everyone to a special episode of the Free Play Podcast. I'm Bubba Stallcup, and joining me as always is the one and only Matt and Kate. I guess it only did 2 hosts. Hey there, everyone. So glad to be back with you. And let me tell you, today's episode is going to be a bit different. That's right. We've decided to shake things up a bit and go completely unscripted today. No pre-planned topics, no notes, just raw, unfiltered conversation.
Stop. That's not true.
Exactly. We're going off the cuff and seeing where the discussions take us.
Who wrote this?
Mr. ChatGPT. Okay. So buckle up, folks. All right, let's dive in. What's been on your mind lately? Any new hobbies or interests you've picked up?
Of course.
Well, you know me. You know me, Bubba. I'm always trying something new. Lately, I've been getting into gardening. It's surprisingly therapeutic.
The lawn.
Tending to those plants and watching them grow. Gardening, huh? That's fantastic. I've always admired people with green thumbs. I, on the other hand, can barely keep a cactus alive. Hey, it's all about trial and error. Maybe I can give you some tips. I might take you up on that. So speaking of trying new things, I haven't read this. I hope this doesn't go anywhere. Have you watched any interesting movies or TV shows recently? Funny you should ask. I just binge watched this new sci-fi series on one of the, it's almost over, streaming platforms. It's got everything. Aliens, time travel, you name it. There's a little bit more, but
that's all three. Yeah.
Okay,
Aliens,
so
time traveling, you name it. Those are my three favorite things.
Did it give that to you like a script? Like it had each person who was saying what?
I said, write me a script for the Free Play podcast. But we'll have to buckle it down a little bit, like 3 people, like hosts, etc. So there you go.
Did you tell it my name though?
No. I inserted name. It just said no. It just said host 1.
Oh,
okay,
so it didn't. But it said Bubba on there, didn't it?
I inserted names.
Oh, okay. So he would be officially included. Okay, yeah.
Matt had a little AI help there. Okay. Well, hey, I think it would be hilarious to do that, like for a full episode, and just go with whatever it gives us.
I mean,
unless
it has a beep beep in it, because you said
you
weren't going to say it anymore.
Yeah, we're good at beep beeps. Okay. Have you seen that SNL skit with what's his name, Driver, who plays Kylo Ren? Adam Driver. It's like a beep beep, and they're trying to put like dishes, like food dishes on a table, and it's 2 guys trying to put food at the last spot on a buffet.
I've never seen that.
Like a beep beep.
I've never seen that.
Like, I'm a tiny little car bringing my food in. A beep beep. It's so good.
Okay, well, we'll ask her to
Everybody listening is just they love this. They're roaring. It's because they're identifying with that.
Absolutely roaring.
Well, hey, again, guys, just thank you so much for being with us during these last 9 seasons. And if you were with us in the Game Church days when we were doing the arcade, there were
a bunch.
4 seasons.
I don't know. A bunch. Just say a bunch, because I don't know how long.
That unfortunately, all that is lost to the annals of time.
Allegedly, but you never know.
And so, if you have any of that arcade, let me know. I would love to have that audio content.
No, just leave it alone. I think it's really bad.
Episode.
We have the last episode. That's it. And that episode is bizarre to listen to. Absolutely bizarre.
I don't want to hear it. It'll stress me out.
Maybe in 10 years.
Let some time pass.
Anyway, we're going to do the Free Play podcast. So that means we're going to continue on. And we love, the whole reason we do this, like I said, is conversational, to hang out, talk with our friends. And we love to talk about the things that we've been reading, watching, playing, and experiencing in nerd culture. So I thought to kick off our last season, we would let Kate go first. It just felt like the right thing to do.
Oh, I thought we were taking an unofficial break.
No, I said no break.
Oh.
Because Radio Matt said no breaks.
Well, he said no breaks, but that doesn't mean that we can't take a secret break.
Our season 10.
And then have CJ take out the break, and then Radio Matt wouldn't know that we took the break.
No.
No?
I don't think so. No. And just like to solidify it, we're going to make this section as confusing as possible so that it's impossible to edit around.
Well, this is what we would have been saying in the official break. Okay, so what I've been playing.
All our residents feel like presidents.
What I've been reading, watching, playing, whatnot. I am rewatching the Clone Wars animated for the second time. I'm already on season 4. If you haven't heard, there are a lot of episodes of that show. So I am getting through, and some of them are literally painful and so sad for me to watch, but I forced myself to do it. I'm at a point in the show where it's like, this is a brutal battle that is happening, that is about to happen in the next episode, and I don't want to watch it, but I have to do it. They lived it. They went through it. The least I can do is watch it. I'm watching The Bad Batch again also.
Wait, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are there episodes that you don't mind skipping, though?
Yeah, there are.
Are there the droid episodes?
No, I leave the droid episodes because they have Commander Wolf in them that I think is underrated.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but I want to support him and get him more in the show. So
yeah, more views. Yeah, more views.
So I'm trying to raise the metrics of his episodes. So
All right, Kate. Hey, never stop being Kate.
I skipped the underwater battle stuff because I'm like, I don't really care about this. It's like 2 episodes, maybe 3. I've already seen it one time, so
I'm trying to remember that one.
it's like the beginning of season 4 or beginning of season 3, one of those.
Okay, yeah.
You get the hook shot.
Don't need to relive it. Yeah.
I don't need to relive it. I'll relive the relevant ones.
I'm sorry. No. We interrupt this here. What we've been playing to tell you. I did another Chat GPT episode, and I made her do our names. And one of the things you talked about was Ocarina of Time. So.
No, it's from the future.
Okay,
oh my gosh.
save that, and then send it to me later.
I am. That was a teaser.
Rewatching Bad Batch. The new season's coming out into February, going through May. That's another one that is sad and hard to watch at points, but I love it so much. It's my favorite. I'm also doing a Lego hybrid build between 2 kits because Bubba got me a Captain Rex head for Christmas.
Full disclosure, I got you 2.
Oh, that was you, the second one.
Surprise,
I went back and looked. Yeah, I see it for all of us, actually.
Well,
I got you one from Walmart and
from
Amazon.
You know,
so
Walmart.
Then that means you bought me technically this Mandalorian head and the Captain Rex head. So I'm doing a combo build of using the Captain Rex head kit and the Commander Cody kit to make a Captain Rex Phase 1 helmet.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you have to supplement any pieces, or like you just use only these 2? And
I only use these 2, but I'll probably have a bunch left over. Are you
going to use Craggle?
Huh? Who's that?
The Craggle.
I don't know what that is.
Are you kidding me? Have you never seen the Lego movie?
No.
What?
Craggle is crazy glue.
Oh my! Don't ruin it.
I don't know if I will. I probably won't. I'm just gonna put it in an acrylic box. What?
Kate, watch the Lego movie.
Okay, if I have time.
Now.
I'm really busy.
No, right now. We're done.
Really?
We're done here.
No, I still want to talk about other things.
ChatGPT said you do it.
No. Finally, I have a new pet since we last met and recorded stuff. And this 8-year-old kid rehomed a leopard gecko lizard to me because he said I was the only one he trusted to take care of her. And I have never owned a lizard or definitely not anything like this before in my life. So
is that
I
just
built
code
her.
For nobody else would take it?
No, they didn't ask anybody else. They only asked me.
Okay.
They knew.
I built a Tatooine themed leopard gecko tank. So it's all Tatooine themed. There's like, she has a hut that is from like Tatooine. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. That's on the cool side of her tank. She loves that stinking hut. She goes into it. I'll have to post a picture, but I'm actually redoing her whole tank into something bigger. But for now, it's this Tatooine one.
Get Mos Eisley in that baby.
Yeah, and it looks so dope. And I have, like, on her water bowl, I have it written in Star Wars language, Mos Eisley Bantha Rentals, because that's the only kind of animal that would use a dish like that.
Yeah, she probably read that too.
If it was to size. The kids had her named Rosie, but on leopard...
Oh, like from Star Wars.
No.
Okay. Technically, yeah.
But on Leopard Gecko Reddit, Rosie was a super common name. So I'm like, I don't really want to have her named Rosie. I want her to have a cool Star Wars theme name. So I named her Fennec, and it's really cool, except I have a really hard time calling her by her new name.
Call her Fenny.
No, because I've known her for like a couple of years as her old name. So I just call her both names.
Yeah.
Is it weird having a Finn and a Fen?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
I'm just asking.
It's not weird.
Oh, yeah. You had a Finn and a Rosie? You should have just left it. That's power couple, right?
No, I don't want that though. But Finn's not named after Finn from Star Wars.
Yeah, right.
Her name is just Finn. Like,
isn't she though?
No, but she's not. Her name's just Finn. Like, Steven gave her that name because
Steven knew. He's from the future.
She's Finn.
told me.
GPT.
No. So right now, as I look around, I have a tank of toads. I have a tank of a leopard gecko lizard. I have 2 other enclosures of bugs. 3 other enclosures of bugs. So I have this absurd science experiment going on in this office.
Okay. Well,
anyways,
the only thing I ask is that whenever you redo the tank, I want you to put a little, like a little semi truck in front of it, and then say, move that truck. And then you move the truck and then
and
like,
drag it backwards.
Yeah. And now I want you to record her reaction.
She'll probably be mad because where is she? Oh, she's in her special cave right now. And I bought her a special bulb that closely matches the heat projection of the sun. So it's like better for her than all other bulbs.
Except the sun. But
Kate, you're really doing it. You're really doing it, you know?
I need a little like research project like this. So I'm like, let's go. What do you like to eat? Let's go.
I also would like for you to make a 2-scale replica Rex helmet for her.
That would be really small.
And I want you to
her
record
head
her
is
reaction.
she has a small head. I'd rather have.
Did you even try?
No, I'm not interested in trying.
Didn't even try.
Matt, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? What have you been doing? Let's hear about it.
I'm so glad you finally asked. I've been just waiting. According to ChatGPT, I have been playing. No, I think did I talk about this? No, I didn't. I didn't talk about this
yet.
I haven't said anything.
I don't know.
I went to Michigan over Christmas.
Go Lions.
Right. Yeah, go next year, I guess. And while I was there, I brought back my old PlayStation 2 and all of my games that I forgot that I had.
Wow.
You've talked about it on stream. That's why it sounds familiar.
Right. So I talked about it in my dreams and my streams. So I brought it back, and there were just a ton of games that I forgot that I had. Also ones I had bought for my dad when I left my PS2 there for him to play. So ones I just didn't realize I did have. And one of those games is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Speaking of reptiles. Yeah.
Whoa.
Have either of you played either or any of the Metal Gear games?
No.
Bubba, how about you?
Bubba, how about you?
I have Metal Gear Solid 0? Is that the one that I have? I don't know.
I'm just going to be honest with you. There are so many that it's really confusing.
It's the one that came out for the Xbox One, 1,000 years ago and 1,000 years after.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think that's.
I'm gonna say no. I have not actually played them because the super sneaky games were never. They didn't appeal to me.
Well, let me tell you, this is not the one to jump in on. I later found out that they're remastering this one. And it's going to be like Metal Gear Solid Alpha. And it's going to be, because this 3 is the origin of the story. It takes place in the 60s. You're like, oh, cool. What a good spot to start. And I had played Metal Gear 2 fill in the blank because I don't remember what it's called when I was younger. This one, I'm like, I'm going to jump in. Things you don't realize about these games. And what's his face who makes these games? You can tell me in a minute when you figure that out. Yep, there you go. Number one, you're basically sitting there watching a movie. Like you have like a 45-minute cutscene, and you're like, "Am I gonna do anything?"
Sons of Liberty. That's what I thought it was.
Sons of Liberty.
That's 2.
Okay, yeah, I also have that one. So you're like watching this 45-minute cutscene, and then you like jump out of a plane, and you get to press one button, then you have another 45-minute cutscene. You're like, eventually, I'm going to be able to play this game, right? So you finally play the game, and I'm saying all this stuff, telling you like I still enjoy the game. It's just it is a difficult game to play. It is a sneaky game. It is a sneaky game.
Snake Eater.
Yeah, I'm playing Snake Eater. Yeah, 3.
Parcel
it
time.
is you're trying to sneak. You're trying to sneak and snake on the ground. What you don't see or remember in these old games on PS2 is like you're used to these modern shooters where you can control where you aim your gun. So if I'm like standing or crouching, I'm just hoping that I'm lining my gun up to shoot in the right spot here. Just hoping. If I crawl, again, I'm hoping until I enter grass. And most of the game is in third person until you enter grass and it goes into first person. And then you can't see anything around you. But you can aim your gun a lot better because you then can see exactly where you're shooting. So it's been very difficult. All of my stealth missions have become, these aren't stealth anymore.
I think straight through.
I just kill everybody. I'm like, I just gotta kill them. I just put my gun away and I get my knife out and I'm like, get you. Done. They're even like this point where like they told me to like not let anyone see me during this first mission or second mission, and I was like, oh, don't worry, I won't let anyone see me. And I saved the person I'm trying to save, and they're like, well, what about all the people? Oh, don't worry about that. They're all dead. So I was like, All right, there you go. So they probably change dialogue based on what you do. So anyways, play that. I'll keep y'all posted. It's been,
please, yeah.
It's been
I love
been
that you're
fun.
sticking with this.
This is like,
I'm really trying to. I just feel like I need to. I can't.
this is your year.
This is my year for Metal Gear Solid, and I'm gonna give it a whirl.
I think this is the one with the sniper battle.
Oh, it is. This is the one where I can wait the person out and let him die.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
I think so.
Yeah. Do you know about that, Kate?
No.
You're a sniper. There's an old man sniper, but if you wait, and like let the game sit for I think 5 minutes, like while you're waiting for him, he will die of old age.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, there's some like crazy things in these Metal Gear games. Like,
I don't even think you have to leave it on.
That's so weird.
Oh, really?
I think because it just reads the save file and like how long it's been between, and he just dies.
I'm in for that. So there's another one where you can like, this boss keeps like reading every move you're doing. Like he knows exactly what you're doing because he's supposed to be like telepathic or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But if you plug your controller into slot 2, he can't read what you're doing anymore.
Because he reads the save data off of the memory card.
Well, that's another guy too. There's another guy who's like reading that. He's like, oh, I see you've been playing.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I see you've been playing.
I see you've been playing
Crash
Tony Hawk
Bandicoot
Underground. Hope they're treating you well over there. All right, so I played Ark Nova the other night, and I love that game. I've not played it in a long time. Board game. You're making a zoo, super fun. And you're making a zoo. You're collecting animals in your zoo, and you're trying to.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Making enclosures.
Then you delete the doors of the entrance and exits and let all the animals out after you open the zoo.
Not usually. No, I don't usually do that.
That's what I do on.
You could, but like,
I do that on Zoo Tycoon.
And it's fun. If you haven't played Ark Nova, it's awesome. We added the water expansion, which adds water animals and a couple other things, which was super great. I absolutely dominated though. I had a really great aquarium. So yeah, I went for the water and it paid off really well. I also found this YouTuber that I shared with Kate. I found him a couple weeks ago. Kate and I like this other YouTube channel called Ghost Town Living, where this man is Brent.
Shout out Brent.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for listening.
Long-time listener,
He's
first-time caller.
rebuilding a ghost town, and it's awesome. It's super fun. So I found this other guy, Desert Drifter. He goes and hikes in the Southwest, and he's finding all these like super cool structures, like old mud houses built into the sides of cliff faces that he'll go up and like climb to and explore and look into. You see a bunch of petroglyphs and like handprints it's very cool. Sick.
Like hardcore Native American historical sites that he finds just existing out there because it's so far out there.
And
Not
his
that
big
the
thing
first
is
guy made.
Huh?
Not that the first guy didn't make these.
No, different guy.
Okay.
Adam?
Yeah, this is Desert Drifter, not Brent.
I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking about like the first guys in like Adam and Eve.
Oh yeah, Adam and Eve.
That's why I said Adam.
They didn't make it.
No,
as far as you know.
He didn't.
No, this is a separate channel, separate guy. This is a different guy who.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. I thought you were making a joke. I'm like, why would you say that?
The videos are only about 20-ish minutes long, 20 to 30 minutes long, so it's not a huge investment. But like, he just finds some very interesting stuff, and he will. He doesn't take anything with him. Like when he finds something, he's like, here's like a old piece of pottery. He's like, I'm going to leave this right here. And he'll show you, and then he'll put it right back exactly where it was. Because he said, if in the future, some type of archaeological dig happens, he wants to make sure things are left exactly where they were and not taken. So that way they can be like, well, this was their kitchen prep area, or this was their,
instead of me who'd be like, well, it's just a small piece of pottery and put it in my pocket.
This would look really good in my lizard aquarium.
It would, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Precisely.
Yep.
Terrarium. It's a terrarium.
So yeah, check it out, Desert Drifter on YouTube. Not a sponsor, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And then finally, I'll just mention that during the Super Bowl, I played a lot of Marvel Snap because I had a house full of young ladies. Aaron's out of town, and so I watched the commercials and the game while I snapped, and it was great. I'm moving up levels.
Good.
I've never been more proud of you.
Thank you very much. I'm just almost at 80 now, so I feel level 80. So I almost.
How long until the end of the season?
Probably 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
You got some time.
Yeah, you got time to dip down to 50.
Absolutely, I will. Got a really good deck right now.
What are you running? I'm so far out of the Snap game.
It's a Galactus deck, but it's not all Galactus. He is a
I thought we were
really
better
big.
than this.
Sort of. I'm kind of. It's fun though because I have Eliath who will. He basically like if you play him before the other person has their cards revealed, like if you play this on the same spot at the same turn, he will like erase the other player's cards so they can't be played. It's pretty mean. It's pretty mean.
So it's like a Super Cosmo.
Kind of, because I also have Negasonic Teenage Warhead Machine. And she, same deal. If you play her, the next card that that person plays in that lane she'll destroy them. So it's like really like they can't get a whole lot going. I'll throw a Hobgoblin to their side for negative points, and then I'll Galactus them, and they love it.
You're just reminding me I don't play this game anymore. Like,
I don't even know what you're talking about at all because I never played this game.
I know exactly what he's talking about, and it's making me like furious.
Yeah, well, how come you guys get to talk about Marvel Snap, but then when I said I want to talk about Deadwood, you said no because Bubba hasn't seen that show.
Okay, this is during my what have I been playing section, so I can talk about whatever the heck I want.
Yeah,
if you
want
to talk about the women you met at your church who's in Deadwood, you could have done that during your playtime.
I actually have nothing to say in response to that. I'm sorry. Keep going on.
If you want my deck, just let me know and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. That's all. Bubba, what have you been playing? A lot of stuff.
Man, so much stuff.
Here you go.
We're just gonna start at the top, like bangers only, right? Like you guys wanted the high points. Minesweeper.
Yeah, I want the high points. Wow, really?
Yeah,
like old school mines, like
on what device? What device?
On Windows 98 or what?
My Nokia brick phone.
Yeah, what device are you?
I am playing it on my iPhone, my cellular telephone.
Are you kidding me? You're playing Minesweeper and you're not playing like Marvel Snap?
No, I want to hear more about this. I'm more interested in this because
I thought you might be. I learned yesterday how to play Minesweeper.
Study my script on ChatGPT. See what you want.
I was days old when
I still don't know how to play it other than you just click stuff.
Thank you, Kate.
That's not what you do.
I'm watching Anna play, and this is all part of a longer story. I'm watching Anna play, and I'm like, why are you playing Minesweeper? Like, again, like, aren't there better games out there to play? Like, what are we doing here? And she's like, oh, no, I like to play sometimes. And I was like,
play sometimes.
Whatever, dude. And so I'm like watching her play, and I'm like, how do you even know where to put the bombs? Like, or where the bombs are? How do you know? And she goes, what are you talking about? I said, I don't know how to play Minesweeper. And she's like, that's impossible.
No,
it's been
possible.
around for 1,000 years. How do you not know how to play Minesweeper? It's like nobody's ever taught me. And when you start playing the game on like Windows 95,
it doesn't say any sort of tutorial. It just opens.
It's just like Zelda. Boom. Dropping you in the middle of nowhere. Go on, get it. And so she teaches me how to play because it takes like 5 seconds to teach somebody how to play Minesweeper. And then I start playing and I'm like, hey, well, what would you do here? And she's like, well, sometimes you just got to guess. And yeah, she's like going through all the thing. So I play a couple of rounds, lose terribly. Yeah. But it like starts this appetite of like, this looks like a game that I might actually like enjoy.
This is your Sudoku. This is your crossword puzzle right here.
I downloaded not just Minesweeper. I downloaded 4 versions of Minesweeper before I settled on Minesweeper Collector on the iOS, right?
I'm going to look it up while you're talking.
And so it's not just Minesweeper. It's like you're like doing things, you're collecting stuff. Sweeper. Yeah, you are the
Minesweeper Collector. Okay, here it is. Yep. Okay, keep going.
And I'm like this close to paying the $4 for the full version of the game. Like,
this is cool. This is so much better than the normal one.
You can play Classic if you want to. You
can get gems, gain experience, gather coins. There's more of a purpose for it.
All of it. It's a game.
Online mode.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you have to buy that. You gotta pay the $4. But so I've been playing that, and and I'm loving it. Again, I'm like a day and a half into it, but like I like playing it. It scratches an itch that I have, and when I lose, I'm like, oh dang, you're right. I should have done. I could have done. Like, it's not like when I lose in Marvel Snap or when I used to, I was like, what a dumb game. What a stupid game that I'm playing here. So that was on the back of Ann and I were talking about Lemmings, and I was like, I don't think anybody's ever completed a single level of Lemmings. Like it's impossible.
I don't know what that is.
Dude, you have to say, you save them or you're trying to get them off the cliff? Which one is it?
You're trying to save a certain amount of them depending on what the win conditions are, but not each lemming, but you have to make the lemmings do things. So some of them, as they're just trucking along, okay, they might fall and you have to get them to fall safely. And then some of them might have to dig in order to get through stuff. They might have to build in order to go over. You might have to stop them so they don't go into a hazard. You have to program the whole thing in your brain.
Yeah. It's an older game.
Again, we were kind of talking, her and I, about games that we played as kids that should never have been children's games.
Oh, that game was so hard as a kid.
There's a game, ActRaiser on the Super Nintendo that kind of fits that same thing for me. It's like that. There's no way a kid could have ever figured this out. A lot of games like that. And so I just went back with my adult brain and I'm like, I think I could do this now. And I like Lemmings. I started playing it the other day. I like Lemmings. I have a Lemmings app on my phone. And so it's really interesting to go back and play all these older games. So Minesweeper and Lemmings, I'm hitting all the top stuff. Sorry, Game Pass. There was a game that was sent to me. There was a game that was sent to me for review called Talk Like a Shrink. It's a party game. Kate, I think you would love this game.
Let's look it up.
I think you would love this game. I may send it to you, right? Because they sent it to us as a review copy, so I might send it to you and let you play it with your
my
friends.
Psychology family and be like, what's this? Let's all do it.
Well, and your gamer friend across the street. And so not
my
at your house.
Gamer friend across the street.
Not at your house. Was it your uncle's house?
Oh, damn. Yeah.
And so, but the whole concept of the game is that it is party game based. And so you have a clock that is kind of your scoring. And then what you're doing is there are 5 different picture cards a la Dixit or something like that around the game board. And you have to choose an emotion from the emotion cards that you have. What do they call it? Like a vision or something like that from the cards that you can see, the picture cards, and then a reason that you picked those things. And everybody else has to guess what you picked and why you picked it.
Oh, that looks awesome. Look at this.
It's wild. It's wild. And so one of the coolest things about that is that we were sitting down, and this is how every game goes. Hey, we're going to play a game. Do you want to play? Nah, I think I'll just watch. It's like, okay, well, nobody's ever played this game, so we're going to learn it together. We played one round, and there was a guy sitting next to us. He's like, I want to play this game. I was like, wait, hey, good news. That was just a starter round. We were just trying to figure out what was going on, right? And so he jumped in and we played with way more people than you should have. But my wife, Anna, she's like, how long do we want to play? Because it goes to the clock goes all the way around, right? 12 to 12. But the game stops at 10 because as a psychologist, you never go the full hour, but you bill for the whole hour.
Yeah, well, you stop towards the end and then you kind of wrap it up.
Absolutely. But you bill for an hour, a whole hour.
Of course. No, definitely.
And so it's a great game. It's a really fun addition to party game stuff. It's wild. It's crazy. It's hilarious. I think it's better if you don't know people, right? It's one of those games. It has a very apples to apples feel to it, but it's different enough that it's not the same game. So that's Talk Like a Shrink. Real fun game. I watched all through the first and only season of Blockbuster on the Netflix.
Blockbuster.
Yeah. It's got 2 people in it that I know, or 3 people, but I can't remember their names. One of them is Fake Jim from The Office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. And then also the female lead from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She's in it as well.
Okay.
And it's super campy a lot of times. A lot of stories that just go nowhere. They start something in an episode.
Sounds like
and
a
then
podcast here, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's free play. But it's about the very last Blockbuster. And Matt, it's in Michigan.
Michigan?
Yep. The Michiganders,
Whoa,
as it were.
Your little friends.
Look at him pulling it up now.
Well, what?
It's on Netflix. Just go watch it. It's
I don't have Netflix right now.
Okay, well you can.
I got rid of Netflix too, so I need that login.
$8, anybody can add you.
No,
there you go. Boom, roasted. Also have been playing a game called Rogue Genesia. Everybody probably knows that one of my favorite games is Vampire Survivors, video game wise.
I don't know if I knew that.
Well, you gotta watch our YouTube stuff.
Oh,
it's really fun. It's on Steam. If you like those kind of like bullet heaven games where stuff's just coming at you, and you like roguelike games, check it out. Big fan. And Fortnite, like my kids are real in Fortnite, man. Like they've started their online era of gaming. And so they're playing with everybody, like all these kids from like church and stuff like that. And they love it. And it's a problem. They're playing too much of it. But Caleb's really good. It's like really good. He's played with Luke a couple of times. And
he can hang.
Like, he's kind of good. I was like, yeah,
good, very good, very, very good.
But then I get in there and I play with them, and they're like, okay, well, everybody go to a different corner of the map. And they're like, oh no, we died. What happened? It's like, well, that's not exactly what I wanted to do. So, Matt, you okay?
No, I just...
It's a ChatGPT again.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good.
I did a good one too, but I kept it to myself. So
I can't. I'm gonna just give you a line here, okay? Because I keep having to add more stuff. Hold on, you gotta figure out where it was at. Let's see here. Bubba says, absolutely. Today we are diving deep into the realm of nostalgia and exploring how it shapes our gaming experience. But before we get into that, Kate, you've piqued our interest with something called Horpins. Care to enlighten us? Oh, you bet, Bubba. Horpins are these fascinating creatures I stumbled upon during one of my bird watching excursions.
What?
They're small, elusive rodents with a penchant of mischief. Intriguing, Matt says. Are they native to a specific region, or can you find them anywhere? That's the thing. They're incredibly elusive, Kate says.
I sound like Steve
Irwin.
Irwin.
Inhabit remote forested areas. Spotting a horpin in the wild is like finding a needle in a haystack. Bubba says, wow, sounds like quite the adventure. Have you any other close encounters with horpins? Funny you should ask, Kate says. During one of my recent hikes, I stumbled upon a horpin's nest hidden deep in the underbrush. I managed to catch a glimpse of these elusive creatures scurrying before they vanished into the foliage. What an experience, Matt says. Sounds like horpins are stuff of legends. Perhaps we'll have to plan a free play expedition to track down one of these one day.
Mayhaps. I would love to read the prompts that you put into all this stuff.
Well, you should see what I got.
Barely
I got
anything.
a whole big thing because I put in write a script for the free play podcast and what the three hosts, Bubba, Kate, and Matt, have been playing. So, but I'm not going to read it out loud because.
Well, I'm glad I could give you guys time to do your ChatGPT
No,
stuff.
I did that when Matt was talking. I
It
did
does
mine.
its own work, okay?
It works on its own time.
When Matt was talking is when I did mine. So.
Hey, also, Kate, this is something that is interesting to you. Our family is reading books. Namely the Harry Potter stuff. Matt, also for you.
Thank you.
And so we went to Branson, Missouri over Christmas, New Year's actually, and
Happy New Year's,
and also with you. And we listened because it's a long drive from our house. Mm-hmm. We listened up and back to what was it? Order of the Phoenix. What a terrible book. Just
what are you talking about?
It. Yeah, this is my hot take.
What are you talking about?
Didn't like it. It's a book about nothing. I mean,
wow. Welcome to the podcast.
I'm just saying, dude, like I expected more from a Harry Potter book. It has one really good scene in it that I think is like kind of redeems the whole thing. And it's the scene where it's like you just boys don't understand girls, like that scene from like the middle school perspective. And I was like, oh yeah, I felt every single piece of that, where Harry doesn't understand
what's her face.
Yeah. Love interest. I don't remember her name. And
Cho Chang.
Like, yeah, there it is.
Ginny?
Why? No. Not yet. That's not Order of the Phoenix. Or I guess not towards Towards the end of it, it might be, but in that point, it's chill. So then we watch the movie after we get home, right? Even worse. Yeah, I mean, even like
the movie's bad.
Worse.
I don't like the movies, to be honest.
I don't like the movies at all.
Well, after having read the book and understanding kind of stories and plot lines, literally in the movie, you're just teleported from one spot to the next, and like things are just happening. And my kids the whole time are like, "Why are we here? What's going on? What happened to this? Why isn't that? We're like back and forth." And so I told Anna, I said, "Hey, here's the deal. We got to make a decision. I think that we are either going to read the books and not watch the movies, or we're going to watch the movie first." And so we watched the next movie, Half Blood Prince. Is that the next one?
I think
they watched the next one without me. I didn't watch it with them. And they were like, "We didn't like that. We think we should read the book first." And I was like,
the books are so much better.
I don't think you should. I think that the books are super mid personally. Okay. I'm not like a huge fan of them. I think that there's a lot better story writing out there. And so I'm here for the journey. I'm here for the journey. I'm not the book expert. I'm here for the journey. I really am. But like Order of the Phoenix was a weird one to kind of start that experiment on. I know that it does get better. Half-Blood Prince, I know is better. And what's the one after that?
I don't know. Last one.
Is it Half-Blood Prince 1 and 2?
I don't know. I don't watch the movies, and
anyway. So that was kind of our thing. So I have been reading, watching, and playing things over the break. I just want to brag a little bit.
Thank you. Really proud of you.
We want to know from you guys, from everybody listening, what have you been reading, watching, playing, and experiencing in your culture, so we can keep the conversation going. Do us a favor. Head on over to lovethynerd.com. Check out all the stuff we got. Read it. And then talk about stuff that you've been doing on social media at Love Thy Nerd on all the major platforms. And if you're feeling froggy, at Free Play Podcast on Instagram and X, like this here season of the podcast. Hey, another thing that's been going on that everybody's just super jazzed about. Like we're all like here in it to win it.
Yeah, can't stop.
Super Bowl.
Superb Owl.
At the time of this recording, it was less than 24 hours ago that we were all glued to our television sets.
In our Marvel snaps, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I left after the halftime show, so.
Well, what kind of food you eat, though?
You missed all the best football.
But I don't care. I don't care about football, though. I care about food, and I care about the halftime show.
Well, what did you eat?
Mac and cheese.
Say more.
That's it.
I just mostly ate mac and cheese, and it was super
really
good.
like football food.
I made myself pizza.
Bites?
What are they called?
Bagel bites?
No, not pizza pockets.
Pizza rolls?
Pizza rolls. There they are.
I also had pizza rolls.
And then I also got myself some chicken strips.
Okay.
Because I'm healthy. I got some fruit. I had that
grilled
hummus.
Chicken strips?
No, they were like in the oven or whatever.
So no. Yeah.
Yeah, not healthy. It was a joke, okay? Okay, it's okay if you just ate macaroni and cheese.
Well, there was other stuff there, but I just didn't feel like eating it. I didn't feel like eating a pulled pork sandwich. I just wanted mac and cheese.
You could have put mac and cheese on your pulled pork sandwich.
There was also something else. Oh, I ate cheesecake.
Okay. A lot of cheese.
Well, I love cheese. It's like my favorite thing.
Well, you don't want to get backed up. I mean.
Doesn't matter. I'll overcome.
It's
worth it. It's worth it. That actually might have been all that I ate.
Matt, you didn't
I ate like a child.
You had an accidental Super Bowl party, like you said.
Yeah, I had some June got me at a moment of weakness at church asking if friends could come over, and I said, sure, why not? And it was fine. It really was fine, except the mess that was made afterwards. And me, Erin's out of town with her dad in the hospital. So it was me like getting up this morning and be like, shoot, I should have cleaned more last night. And then realizing I didn't make coffee, and then having to like get all the kids off to school, and then come home and get the other ones up from sleep so I can homeschool them and clean the kitchen. Either way, I watched the dang football game.
I actually enjoy football. was not super excited about this football game. Because there's a lot around it. Okay. This was the Swifty Bowl.
Which was, I didn't like.
Oh, I didn't care.
It's just lame. It's like, we don't need, just leave it alone. Like, I'm happy for them. They're a thing.
Yeah. I mean,
it has no impact on the rest of this.
It does not. But like, she has brought more fans into the game, which I think is wonderful.
Money.
Fans.
Sure.
Cash.
I mean, people are excited to see it. They're excited to see her. Sure.
Yeah.
And I think why not just take a 2-second clip of her being excited? Like, for me, like, she's just excited about her boyfriend playing football. We can appreciate
Is she
that.
though? I think it's all a setup. I think the Super Bowl is a setup. I think their relationship is a setup. I think the timing of all of it. Look at the timing of their relationship. Them getting into the Super Bowl. Her new album coming out on our B-Day week, Matt. She's really taking away the attention that we deserve.
She asked me and I said it was fine.
It's coming out on my day. That's why you said it was fine.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, that's from all of us, Kate.
It didn't affect yours. I don't know. I guess I just think that everything with that kind of stuff is false because it's...
And you can argue the opposite of this if you want to. I think, like, if he wasn't as good of a player, it would be a different story. But he, like, is breaking records and, like, doing well and yelling at his coach in his ear and, stuff like that.
Dude, I could not believe that. Kate, did you see that? It's the meme. It's the meme.
It's the memeiest of memes. Like, Tony Stark built this thing with a box full of scraps.
That's the last one I saw before I got on.
Oh, it's incredible. You'll see it.
Yeah, they were not playing well. So as far as like the football of it goes, it was some pretty poor football in the first half. It was garbage. It was just garbage. And so he got really mad and went and like yelled in Andy Reid, his coach's face, like, and they showed it on national television. And it's
cringe.
Like, ugh. Yeah. Like, I mean, some of the stuff that I'm seeing on the internet is Travis Kelce needs to publicly apologize for that. And I agree with that.
I don't know if publicly. I think he probably needs to apologize.
Say sorry, but like,
I don't know if I don't need to be a part of that.
No,
I would like to be a part of it.
Okay, well,
yeah. I didn't want to be a part of it in the first place, but here we are.
But I feel fine as long as he apologizes. I don't need to be a part of his apology.
Talk to Taylor, have him.
She'll write a song about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Write a song about it. The new album's coming out, so get excited, everybody. By the way, here's Usher, which that's why I really watch the Super Bowl, is to see the halftime show and judge it harshly. Me, who has never played a Super Bowl and never will play a Super Bowl, judge it harshly.
Okay, football aside. Congratulations, Kansas City Chiefs.
Congratulations.
I would like to know how you felt like that went.
I'm not the hugest Usher fan in the world, but I thought
Usher Raymond to you.
Raymond. I mean,
Usher Raymond.
Ursher. It's Ursher.
I thought that it was a really, really good halftime show.
No, baby, tell me what you want to do with me.
That's a double beep beep. You gotta be careful. You can't say that anymore. We talked about that.
I'm taking a drink of coffee.
At the beginning of the episode, we said you can't say that stuff anymore.
I didn't say anything. I was singing a song. My mom says it's cool if I sing a song.
So
I don't really mean
trouble. I thought
I can hear your mom saying that though. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Song.
I thought Usher did wonderfully. I thought it was really good. There's been some halftime show, and my favorite halftime show, just for reference of like what I think is the best.
Can I guess?
Go for it.
Pitbull.
No, Bruno Mars.
Oh, that was probably giving me my second one.
Bruno Mars with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Pitbull played the halftime show.
Pitbull? What? Oh yeah.
Mr. Worldwide. I don't know. Not worldwide apparently.
You're at ChatGPT.
Yeah. I thought it was great. I thought it was super interesting. My first thought was, why is he down in the grass, not on the stage? Then I also felt a lot of anxiety and inner anxiety of like, I feel bad for these poor roadies who are getting paid to work the Super Bowl to get the stage out. Like, oh my gosh, just the stress of such a thing.
We talked about that too.
It's so like, that's the biggest gig. There is no bigger gig. I mean, even if you're playing stadiums like U2 sized, it's still, the Super Bowl is the biggest gig you could ever have. And there's one shot, one go. It's not a tour. It's not really a show either, but it is.
And the payday?
Yeah.
for
how much you
like
getting paid for that?
13, 15 minutes. Oh,
Insane. Absolutely insane.
please.
Look at all the people that were on the payroll for that show to happen.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What I really want to know, and I'll say, like, I'm also not the biggest Usher fan. He's fine. He's fine to me.
Yeah,
like,
he's fine.
I didn't.
Some people
I didn't
would also
listen to
say
a-
he's fine.
You know, fine. Yeah. He's not my style of music. I appreciate it. I think he did a really good job. I understand he's more popular than an artist that I would choose. All I have to say is, how the heck did he get those roller skates on and off so fast?
He probably just stuck his feet down in a hole and someone shoved him on.
Dude.
Were his feet greased up or something?
I think that it.
I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe.
Were they Heelys?
I thought he came out in Heelys right after that though.
I've got. Do you think he just stepped down into like skate frames?
No, he was.
Wheels?
I think he was wearing quads. Like he was. Really
I know that. But like, do you think his shoe
It's like-
just like locked into wheels?
How long
so.
did it take
It didn't
him
look
to
the same.
practice? And was he out on his driveway practicing like 6
I
months
really
ago?
hope so.
Did you
Was
see,
he out on the driveway?
Did you see the Uber Eats commercial?
No.
Because so Uber Eats has this whole like.
Oh wait, yes I did. Yes I did.
The things that you forget and remembering. I saw it today. I didn't see it yesterday.
in that.
Well, there was another one that Usher, because he was a part of the whole thing, about how he forgot how to roller skate, and they're like practicing for that spot that he did, and he's like
that's funny.
all over the place, like falling down and all sorts of stuff. I thought he did fantastic.
I see how they were made now. I see how I got into them so easy.
Okay, good.
You asked ChatGPT and she told you.
No, I see an image. They're like they're Velcro and zip
That's
on
what
the
I was
side.
going to say.
Yeah,
That's Velcro is going to be my next guess.
I just-
zip like
Even
a
then,
boot.
zipping around. I don't know if I'd trust Velcro in a situation like that.
That is so scary. What if there had been weather? Right? What if there had been
They're in a stadium.
Oh,
Inside?
that's right. They were in Vegas inside the stadium. That's right. Well,
What if? Hey,
sometimes,
great question. Yeah.
I guess no. Sometimes there's snow, but it's not like a Super Bowl inside, which that venue is gnarly. I've never seen it.
Alliant.
Oh no, that's not true.
Allegiant?
I've driven by it. It's really
covered.
It's startling how intense it is.
Yeah. I was really impressed that he came out and skated, because as they started his whole halftime show and all that stuff, one of the things that I said out loud was, I was like, hey, I just listen to all this stuff, just makes me want to skate. Which, if anybody knows me, there are a lot of songs that just make me want to skate, right? And I don't mean like street skate. I mean like at the roller rink, just boogieing down, right? And
Breaking an arm, yeah.
Usher is one of those things. And then not 2 minutes after I said that, dude comes out in roller skates, and I lost
look at
my
that.
mind.
Predicting it.
I'm predictive text.
I thought his guests that he had come on stage were tastefully done.
I did not expect Alicia Keys.
Me either, but it was great. And it wasn't like, here's Alicia Keys, I'm using
moments they
her
shared on
stardom
stage?
to like go up, and that it was just very tasteful, I thought. Because, some people bring guests to like shows or
Sure.
TV appearances, and it makes no sense, and it just is weird and awkward. But it didn't feel like that.
I think that the time that the two of them spent on stage was a little weird and
It was a
awkward.
little, it was, but I mean, the idea of it.
He was kind of handsy.
He's just happy
Double
to be
beep
there.
beep right there.
Yeah, absolutely double beep beep. What I thought was really interesting though is like right before that pretty awkward moment for my kids to engage with, which that's kind of the excitement of the Super Bowl, I guess, these years, is like he got up there and he said, only God can answer prayers, right? Like he gave this like spiritual moment, and then he moved into that, and I was like, okay, well, that's an interesting transition point.
Yeah, did you just undo it the first thing, or
I don't think you undid it.
I thought that was like a line. Was that not a line from the song?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
And
know,
so-
but I liked Ludacris showing up for a spell. I liked Lil Jon. That was a good hype moment there, Lil Jon.
We were talking about it a little bit because, I mean, they were like, why is he sweating so much? Why does he sound out of breath? Why is he so winded? I was like, you guys have to understand. Usher performs. Like,
I still think a lot of it was track vocal.
oh, well, not his
it has
vocal.
to. It has to be. Yes,
Not the lead.
It has to be for TV though. It has to be. No. Yes.
There was a backing track, and you could tell because he would stop singing.
Well, there was the backing
you could hear
track,
that. But like his lead vocal, go back and listen to it. Like watch the halftime show.
I was not 100% convinced that all of it was. Some of it was live.
Hey, here you go. But the pop icon was fast performing without the aid of lip syncing technology.
Boom. Thanks, ChatGPT.
I'm sorry. Was in fact performing. I can't read.
But anyway, like somebody was telling me that he has a residency in Vegas, that like he has a show. And so it would make sense that he just kind of is performance ready at almost any point, you know,
hanging out.
And I thought it was good. I mean, like, was it my favorite? No,
wasn't as good as Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers. Go back and watch that one. That is like
that's the one where Bruno played the drums, right? Like that was he did some drums.
And you know what? The saddest thing for me, look, I'm like moving my hand so much, my computer's shaking. The saddest thing for me about this Usher show is that his drummer, Aaron Spears, died last year, and he's like one of the most incredible drummers in the world, in the universe. And I just was like, man, he did not get to play the Super Bowl. Hey, he probably knew when he died that they were doing the Super Bowl. They were probably doing all that rehearsal and all that stuff. And he didn't make it. I still am not 100% sure how he died or why. I just haven't really looked it up. But
I'm not sure.
Either way, like one of the most incredible drummers of this generation of musicians, like... Oh,
that's
it was
sad.
Was a bummer.
He must have been really good because they had to replace him with 2 drummers at that show.
Oh, he was so good. And one time, here's like a small KSM flex, but it's not really KSM flex.
Well, I'll be the judge. Matt, also the judge.
There's this rehearsal studio right across the street from the Burbank Airport. I think I've told you about it.
Disbelieve. I don't believe it.
And like loads of people practice there. And my
I've been to the Burbank Airport. I think right across the street is like somebody's house.
It's a game shop.
No, you wouldn't see it as like
right, it is right there.
There's not a ton of signage, but it's a rehearsal studio. I've been there loads of times. So my friend was this roadie dude who was there, and he worked for Usher after he worked with us. And he was like, "Oh, come on over, let's get lunch." So I went to go get lunch with him, and Usher's whole stuff was all set up. This guy, Aaron Spears, his drums are all set up. And my friend's like, "Oh, go sit there and play his kit." And I said, "I will absolutely not play his kit. I will absolutely not. Like, no." And I don't remember if he took it.
Do you regret it?
No. And I don't regret it because he would have been able to tell immediately. He'd be like, "This seat is like, feels different.
Too warm.
Just because it feels too warm, like somebody's been on it." But just seeing that guy's drum setup, I took a picture of the drum head, which some girl had done art on the drum head that he'd commissioned, all only in Sharpie. And it was the most intricate, insane thing. And I wished he was there to meet him, but they were all on lunch. I don't really care about Usher. I care about Aaron Spears, the drummer. I want to meet him. I don't care about Usher.
I don't know what I would say to Usher if I met him.
I don't know either. Be like, "Hey. Hello."
I'd say something like, "Do you want to be called Ursher?" Or is that just like a mispronunciation?
Am I saying it right? Yeah.
Oh, I should try to find the picture I took of this guy's drums because it was just so cool. But also, I'm the drummer, so that stuff is exciting to me, and it has a lot of meaning to me.
My heart's racing right now.
No, it's not. And I don't know where I was going with that story, other than I'm really sad that freaking guy didn't get to play the Super Bowl because
I think that's where you were going with that. Actually,
that's where I was going. Is just a legend, a larger than life drum legend, more than Usher.
All right,
Aaron
favorite
Spears.
Commercial.
I don't know. I didn't watch all of it.
A little bit of time.
I don't know.
The Deadpool one.
The Deadpool one.
The Deadpool.
Did they show the trailer? Is that what it was?
They showed part of it.
Oh, okay. I watched it on the Instagram this morning.
I also watched it, and I'm excited about it.
I am excited. I will not take my kids to see it.
Oh heck no! I'm thinking like, at what age could my kids watch this?
50?
Not yet.
Yeah. They can.
Not yet.
Watch it later. Many later.
You can watch the edited for TV version without the double beeps.
Oh yeah, the unicorn version, is that the? I think the State Farm had a pretty good one. With Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Oh, Arnold.
Oh,
like a good neighbor. And then the whole thing's like, we're hearing neighbor. No, it's neighbor. He's like,
and then they pan down to Danny DeVito.
yeah. That was.
I guess I missed that one.
Oh, dude, it was good.
That was great.
It was really good.
I don't know what my favorite was because I spent most of it on my phone or getting mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Until the
that takes some time,
halftime show. So I don't know. I was in a bad mood yesterday, so I didn't laugh at like anything. I just wanted mac and cheese.
Yeah.
It was the pre-made kind from Costco, by the way, not just like Kraft.
Kate.
It was so good. It was so good. I ate about half the pan, by the way. And they were like, leave some for the kids.
Oh, yeah,
Listen,
whatever.
Never heard of them.
So, sorry.
Maybe you'll make more later. I did like the Michael Cera one as well.
Oh,
yeah. That was pretty good.
clever.
That was pretty funny.
Clever.
I also heard that he was seen like buying a bunch of that CeraVe skin stuff and like passing it out to people on the street, like in real life, passing it out to people on the street, and he'd like go to stores and like sign them, like autograph them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty funny.
Grassroots marketing.
I can't be certain, but I think Anna has some of that. Like I never even heard of that stuff.
Well, we have some.
Until I saw it at the Super Bowl, and then this morning I was like,
You'll be seeing it all over TikTok.
Yeah.
It's good face wash and stuff and lotion and all that. It's good.
I thought that the Bud Light Genie commercial was actually pretty funny.
Okay, yeah.
It was very nostalgic. My favorite part of it though was after the commercial, they come back live to the show, and then they show Post Malone. And the Bud Light Genie is right there. And I was like,
that was the other thing. Wait, can we revisit quickly? I thought Post Malone killed it and Reba did not. Reba was completely track vocal.
You're talking. You're going back to halftime shows.
The beginning.
No, I'm going back to before the halftime show. To the beginning, the national anthem and all that stuff.
I showed up late. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Oh well, Reba was completely track vocal. That's all you need to know. And she was fine, but Post Malone absolutely killed it.
They did it like a duo?
No, he did. What's it called?
One person, America the Beautiful.
Posty did America the Beautiful.
And Reba did the Star Spangled.
Yeah, and Post Malone was just really great. He did such a good job. It was just him and an acoustic guitar with some probably tracked or other hidden band stuff. Watch Posties.
I will.
Reba's, you'll be like, okay.
I mean, I'm good. Reba has never been on my list of things to listen to. If she's your jam, whomever you are, that's totally fine.
It's fine. I thought she did fine, and it was just my personal opinion as well that Posty killed it. Yeah.
Can we do a quick our least favorite? Like, we don't have a lot of time here to finish this one up, but mine were the homes.com. I just thought they were not funny. It had what's his face from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what my least favorite was because again,
I just thought they were not funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna because I can't think of one right now. I'm gonna go with that one because I didn't really like them, and that's too bad.
I know. I thought it was too bad because they're both funny people. I just thought those commercials were not very funny.
There were a lot of ones that were just not super great. There was one where it was like there was a cybersecurity one where like there were like these like transforming robot, CGI things, and I just thought it was kind of a waste. There was an ad for our local grocer, HEB, like our Texas local grocer.
I love that one. Yeah.
That was. Did you? You didn't see it. I'm
just kidding.
I was like, wait, how did national commercial? It was great. It was really good.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. We'll
anybody who was in Texas
that
saw it. We like stopped, like everybody. We weren't talking about the commercials.
Put your hand in your heart. Yeah.
Just like Reba would.
Yeah.
And we were just like, wow, hey, good job, HEB. That was fantastic. It was funny. It was engaging. It was relatable. Hit on a lot of marks there. We didn't even talk about like the He Gets Us commercials. But they are causing quite the stir on the
They're very polarizing, that's for sure.
On the old internet.
They always will be.
Yeah, I would really I'm gonna talk to some people about kind of the polarization and kind of see where they are. But we're not going to get into any of that stuff here because that's not what we're about. Hey, if you watch the Super Bowl, let us know. Hit us up on social media at Free Play Podcast or at Love Thy Nerd.
Have ChatGPT write a Super Bowl commercial for the Free Play Podcast.
Wow, that's incredible, Matt. It just goes to show that gaming isn't about complete objectives. It's about forging meaningful connections and sharing experiences with others.
4G?
Couldn't have said forging.
Oh, got it.
4G.
That was like a really old T-Mobile commercial.
Okay. That's
anyways, let's move on. This episode is so freaking long.
It's fine.
Yes,
it's
it
fine.
is. It's an hour and a half already. We still have one more thing to do.
Nah.
Not really. I mean, we're landing the plane here. This is about it.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh,
the last.
okay.
I mean, the last thing I even want to know is what would you have done if Travis Kelce would have proposed to Taylor Swift after catching the game-winning overtime touchdown?
I would have said rigged, and this is proof.
No, he didn't. Like, nothing went down the way it was supposed to in my brain, right? Like, that was part of the conspiracy, is that all of the numbers of the Taylor Swift conspiracy theory stuff led to this, right? To this moment. And it was the final drive of overtime. And I was like, oh my gosh, if Travis Kelce catches this game-winning touchdown pass,
I believe everything then.
Yeah. I mean, like, he has to, right? And so my kids were locked in, dude.
Oh my!
Locked in. It's like 10:30. We're trying to. We got to go home. We have to go home.
No, I know.
And so we end up like, I have it on my phone in the car as we're driving home. Post game, all that stuff. Travis Kelce is talking. He's leading the crowd and chants and all sorts of stuff, and he doesn't propose. And I was like, hey guys, he did not propose. And my kids are like, what? Why?
Why does he need to though? Why does he need to?
What was all this for?
For story, you gotta understand, Kate. My family watches a lot of wrestling. Okay, and so things don't just
like
build for no reason.
Like a narrative.
And so, and there were several teenage girls at the party that we went to at our friend's house.
Oh,
and they were all Swifties and talking about all sorts of stuff and how, Taylor was just in Tokyo X number of hours ago. And
she made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why everybody's like, oh, she made it. I'm like, what? Was it not going to start without her?
No.
Or what?
Legally.
Like, what?
They were contractually obligated to wait.
They might have been.
I heard she got offered the Super Bowl, not on the whole, but the halftime show. And she said, no, thank you. And somebody was like, yeah, I would never do the Super Bowl.
No,
no, that's not me, man.
I wouldn't say never.
I would definitely do it if that, was offered. And just think about it. The person who's going to do it next year already knows they're going to do it.
Who is it?
Who do you think it is? Let's ask ChatGPT, Matt, please.
Hurry.
So you just go, keep going.
Yeah.
I'll start a new one.
Who do you think it is? Because who among us would have guessed Usher? Let's go further back. Who among us would have ever guessed Cisco would have done a halftime show?
Let's see. Well, we know it's not Beyonce.
Or a Genuine. Remember when Genuine did the halftime show?
I went back and looked at some clips of previous halftime people, and it was like Aerosmith, U2, Sting.
Let's see.
How about 30 Seconds to Mars? Just kidding.
No, yeah, Bruno Mars again. Didn't he?
No,
I
said 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh, 30 Seconds to Mars. Got it. 30 Seconds to Bruno Mars.
Somebody who's like, and not Imagine Dragons. A lot of people would say Imagine Dragons, I think, but I don't think Imagine Dragons. A lot of people would say Justin Bieber. I don't think Justin Bieber should do a halftime show. And people were saying, why didn't Usher bring out Justin Bieber? And it's like, no, that's not.
I know why.
Why? He's intimidated.
No, because Justin Bieber might sign an NHL contract.
Get out of here.
I'm not kidding.
What?
Like, that's this whole thing. Like, he was a top prospect when he was 13. He just did the All-Star game. He was one of the coaches, and he was out there with the NHL players, like, keeping up with them. And so they're looking like he for what this person said, he has a professional tryout with a couple teams.
That cannot be, Matt.
Hey,
are you just reading that off the thing?
I read the other day and I sent it to my friend Shane. He said that would actually be pretty cool. I thought it'd be pretty cool.
I guess. I don't think you need to be the top dog at everything.
No, but he's a really big hockey guy, so.
There were a lot of marching bands in the early days of the Super Bowl that it was just the marching band.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it was like college.
Okay, so New Kids on the Block were 91, so we can scratch them.
Okay.
Let's see. Gloria Estefan was the next year, 92.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. This is probably when it really kicked up.
Yeah.
He was in 93. Clint Black, Patti LaBelle.
Interesting.
And Patti LaBelle. Indiana Jones.
I don't.
That's what it says. Diana Ross. Blues Brothers. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, Boyz II Men. 98. Gloria Estefan did it again. Okay.
That's weird.
Phil Collins kicked off 2000s.
That's what I want.
That was Phil Collins, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, Tony Braxton, Aerosmith and NSYNC. I remember that one. That was in 01. Mm-hmm. Then U2, Shania Twain, No Doubt, Janet Jackson, P. Diddy. This is the one. February 1st, 2004. That was the one. And then Paul McCartney, Rolling Stones, Prince in 07, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers in 08, Bruce Springsteen.
Well, you basically need to look like what was popular 10 to 20 years ago, because that's what will be coming up.
Yeah, The Who, Black Eyed Peas. Now we're into 2010, 2011. Madonna was 12. Queen Beyonce was in the 2013. Bruno Mars, 14. Katy Perry. Coldplay. I forgot about Coldplay. Lady Gaga in 2017. JT came back in 18. Maroon 5. Oh, that was an interesting show. Maroon 5's was. In the 2020s, Shakira and J-Lo. Oh,
Shakira.
Dude, they got after it. I remember that show. 2020. Oh, The Weeknd. I don't remember anything about that show.
See, that is a weird one for me. The Weeknd.
And I remember, you remember Dre, Snoop, Eminem, all that stuff. They were like in like the apartment complex.
Yeah.
And then, Rihanna, that one was wild. She was pregnant.
That's right.
And she showed it. That was the reveal.
Yeah. And she still did some things that I had to have some conversations with my kids about.
I think.
And she walked across those platforms like Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Did you say, I think Dolly Parton could be a good one?
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think
You
she's
didn't
in
say
the
that.
running. I think she's in the running.
Yeah. I would say I would
That makes just
put
as much
that up.
sense as anything else.
Yeah, right. I would put that up in the running.
She just came out with a rock album.
The Weeknd is the one that kind of throws it. Miley Cyrus is another one that I think could get
she's
away.
too relevant. She's too relevant.
Too relevant.
But I think she's the right time. She's the right age now.
Put it on the list of like tossed out of ideas thrown out, and that's a close one also to Dolly Parton. So you could also maybe do a Dolly Parton guest reveal on a Miley Cyrus thing.
You know what I would like?
You could mash it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see them. I didn't put this in my thing, and I don't know why I didn't. I'm sorry, but we watched Wonka. Wonka was fantastic, by the way.
Timothy?
Just so absolutely whimsical. And it's so wildly different than any other story of Willy Wonka that you know, that it keeps you engaged. And it's a musical, right? So I say all that to say this, that as we were watching Usher, it was like, for a minute there, like everybody was just in the weirdest costumes and all sorts of stuff. It was, and we were like, is this The Greatest Showman? Like, is he doing a bit from that? And then I was like, that would be a great halftime show. Like a musical. So like they did,
could do Wicked.
For instance. That's what I was going to say. They just released the trailer for the movie Wicked. And I was like, that might be like a really cool.
That'd be out of the box for sure.
Like partnership, right? But that's not really Apple Music. Right? Like, Apple Music does a halftime show, and so they need a big artist to boost sales. And
I do think Taylor Swift is a possible option as well, whether she says yes or no. It has to go on the list of those three, and all three I've said are like girls. So like, what's like a good dude to do?
Lil Wayne.
No,
he was there. I think that
I guess Bieber could be on that list.
Yeah,
he could be.
I think Taylor makes the most sense for next year.
Probably,
Drake?
but you can't discount any of them. Drake.
Drake was in. I thought I saw his name.
Drake.
Maybe I didn't.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see his name on here. with people. I think Bad Bunny might be a good one.
That would be insane. He would have to do it all English.
Or not.
Maybe.
You know, like I just let him go out there and do his thing.
Or do a whole like reggaeton-esque thing. Although Bad Bunny is the biggest one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't he come out on the... Oh, no, he didn't, did he?
I don't know. The
J-Lo one?
Yes, he did. Okay. Yes, he did. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to kind of see that. Let us know on social media what you guys think. Who would you like to see, and who would be like, or what would be a good halftime show? Maybe it's time to move away from artists, right?
Maybe
into like a dunk contest or something like that, or like the little dogs that walk on top of the basketballs.
Yeah, those
like
are
a street
cute.
Performer. Yeah, or like a comedian who would do like a
Kevin Hart. Just kidding.
Yeah.
He won't be allowed to do it.
Hey, seriously, man, come in and do WWE. Just pull a ring in, one match for all the marbles.
Have Coker narrating.
Oh man, I would love that. They did.
Asked him.
Do you remember the halftime heat, Matt? Did you ever watch that?
Yes.
I did too. Yeah, it was good.
I did not.
Yeah, I forgot about it until just now, but yes.
It was really good. Oh man, we could have done a whole thing about all of the alternative halftime shows.
Yeah, halftime show alternate universe.
Oh man,
Puppy Bowl.
The Puppy Bowl. Oh.
Well, that's all the time we have. Oh man. Hey, but seriously, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us and for being a part of this conversation. Let us know on social media. What did you think of the halftime show? What did you think of the Super Bowl? Did your favorite sports team win? Go sports teams, go. But hey, don't go anywhere, right? Like maybe you're listening right now just in succession and the next one is right in the pipe. We want you to just join us for the rest of this season, season 10. Mm-hmm. Final season of the Free Play Podcast.
Final countdown. Matt, start singing.
Well, you just got to wait for GPT.
I already have my closer here. So
your
go
closer?
ahead.
Okay, perfect. Oh man. Well, like I said, that's going to do it for this episode. Our season premiere of the final season, season 10 of the Free Play Podcast. Make sure you're checking us out on all social media at Love Thy Nerd and also at Free Play Podcast on X and Instagram. We love to catch up with you there. Hey, do us a favor, go to lovethynerd.com, check out all the wonderful articles, podcasts, videos, hundreds of hours worth of content that we have over there. Resources, whether you're a church guy or not, doesn't matter. We want to make sure that we give you what you need in order to love and serve the nerds in your space well. It's just beneficial. If you have to be part of the church world, we got good ways for you to connect with people that are not, but want to engage in their favorite fandoms. So you don't have to sound like a complete goof. You can go in there with confidence and understand what people are talking about. And if you have any other questions, hit us up on Discord, where all of our real, true online interaction and community happens. You can go to lovethynerd.com/Discord. Hey, also check us out on our radio station, Love Thy Nerd Radio. You can just go to your app store of choice and just search for LTN Radio, or you can find us online at ltnonair.com. Last thing I want to tell you personally about is if you are trying to get through the Bible this year, or if you were wondering what this whole Bible thing might be about, we have a daily playlist that you can just listen to or watch on YouTube, and it'll do all the work for you. You can just sit there and passively listen to the Bible by going to lovethynerd.com/daily. There's a Spotify playlist that you can get, and there's also a YouTube playlist, and it is updated daily. So you literally have to do nothing. If you miss a day,
I love that.
Doesn't matter. Go to the next day. Just keep hitting play every day. Monday through Friday, it is updated at 10 p.m. the night before. So
10 p.m. Central?
10 p.m. sometime.
Okay.
It's
if it's
updated
Coker,
the night
it's
before.
mountain time. If it's Coker.
It is updated the night before. So if you're getting up in the morning, it's a brand new day.
Fresh.
And if you're a completionist, lovethynerd.com/daily. It has all the playlists separate, and you can go and catch up if you want to.
Catch them all.
Gotta catch up them all.
Catch them all.
But hey, like I said, that's it. That's going to do it for us. Once again, my name is Bubba Stallcup.
Until next time, embrace the joy and spread love in all you do. Thanks for tuning in to the Love Thy Nerd Free Play Podcast. I'm Matt Wormbeer.
Thanks to all of you for listening. Until next time, keep playing and exploring the vast universe of games out there. I'm Kate Katawaki.
Oh, man. Well, for ChatGPT and our cut man, CJ, we'll catch you next time on another episode of the Free Play Podcast. And if no one else tells you this, just remember it's true. Jesus loves you, nerds.
Swing.